and a place for everything, so I'm trying to be strong. But I want to introduce y'all to somebody. This guy right here, now 6 years old, he molested me in the bed when I was with my cousin Brittany and James and my little brother Isaiah in the bed. You remember that, Lance? You remember when you was touching on me and you went to wash my drawers out? You remember that? When you told me not to tell none of my aunt and you put a quarter in my pocket? You remember what you did? You know you're a registered sex offender online? You know that? You did other little girls the same way you did me. And you over here sitting here eating my family fucking food after you touched on a little girl that was a child? That's what the fuck you in here doing? There's a time and a place for everything. So I'm paying my respect and I'm allowing you to pay your fucking fucked up respect even though you never even went to go see my cousin. Right? How you feel about touching on little ass girls? There's free pussies everywhere. And you had to touch on me?
Yo, YouTube, what's going on? Trey back again, hit you with a video. Now this video right here takes place at, I guess, some kind of reception after a funeral, because that's the only time people really get together to eat in a large number, either at some kind of event or a funeral or, you know, Christmas Sunday, you know, where they have these things you go to where you can sit around and eat with a bunch of people, whether it's people from the public or people in your family. But this woman right here decided to take it up on herself to expose this alleged pedophile, because even though we can only go off a word, that's why I'm saying alleged. I'm not sure if he is, I'm not sure if he's not. I'm just speculating what I see. But she basically confronted this guy and said some things, and the tripped out part about the whole thing, he did not even say one word. He didn't say she was lying. And let me tell you something, any man, and I'm talking to the men right now, and also you women also, I guess you can fall in that category too, because we got a lot of stuff going on with females these days that's basically, you know, using guys and stuff, and they doing some strange stuff too, messing with these young boys. If you think I'm lying, what about all these school teachers and everything else? So if someone come and accuse you for something, you know in your heart that you're innocent, wouldn't you profess you're innocent when you say that you're innocent? Like, what are you talking about? But if you're guilty and they breaking it down like how she cutting them with all kind of different words, knives, you know what I'm saying, just slicing them. Like, I was in the bed with my cousin, I think she said Brian, James, somebody, some girl, and you pulled my panties down, you gave me a quarter. So wouldn't he have admitted, like, man, look, you're lying, like, what are you talking about? I wouldn't even dare, or I was in the living room, or you been trying to mess over me, because you do have people in your family that will lie on you, true enough. But at the same time, I don't see no woman getting up in front of all these people, telling a lie, and basically exposing this man for the pedophile that he's allegedly is. And you have to use that word allegedly, because until we have documentation or some kind of proof or he confessed, it's still alleged, even though I really believe that she's telling the truth, because I just don't see nobody getting together and in front of all these people, then she gets up and go over there and confronts him. That right there shows that she had conviction in her heart and that she was telling the truth, and that this guy really did what she claimed him to do, even though it should have been reported. And I don't know why she waited all that long before she said something, but I understand though the victim mentality, how people, you know, when they've been victimized, they shut down, and you can't tell nobody when to open up. Some people, it takes 10 years. Some people, they go to their grave with that, you know, and you have to be careful about that also. And also, when you have people around your children, like I cannot emphasize enough, when you have people around your children, whether they're little boys or girls, because you have guys and male and females molesting boys and girls, so it don't really matter the sex no more. And that's the crying, that's the crying shame about the whole situation, is the fact that, you know, years ago you would just hear mostly just male dominated doing this type of stuff, but now you have females also participate in this type of perverted activity, if you will. But a lot of people saying that this woman is seeking attention because, you know, I bet she was on Facebook Live, I bet she was on Twitter Live, or whoever gives a damn. But the point is the fact that she said it, she spoke it with her heart, and if you could not tell that she was telling the truth, then shame on you, you know, because like I said, none of us was there. But from what I hear and from what I understand is that, you know, and from the look on his face, it's like, you know, he was like a deer caught in a car headlights, you know, deer run out there, get spooked. That's exactly what happened, because he did not expect that. But I'm sure if it is true, every time he looked at that woman, he thought about what he done to her, you know, because one thing about it, you cannot get that out your memory. If a person really did you wrong, or you did something to somebody, and we all done did people wrong, whether you done sat up in here to play the trick on them, and I ain't talking about to the degree of molesting them. We ain't going that way. You know, you have to be careful. Like I always say, what you say on YouTube, because people would take these words, your words, and twist them. So you have to break it down. That's why I break it down, you know, because I don't want nobody getting my word misconstrued, and you turn on somebody else's channel one day, and all of a sudden they talking about, well, no, the lady said, oh, this and that, and you're a damn lie. But anyway, if you have somebody who's basically telling the truth, confronting this guy in front of people, because remember, he's sitting around other people, and I don't understand why didn't she get up and tell her family. If she's there with somebody, her cousin, she said, like she said, you never even came and seen my cousin, you know, because I'm sure people ask, well, what's such and so at? You know, have you seen him? Because we all go around family members. You know how we get to talking, and you be like, well, when the last time you seen such and so? They be like, well, when the last time you seen him? I ain't seen him in whenever, you know. So you be like, okay, all of a sudden somebody dies, you pop up at the funeral, which is good. You still coming to pay your respects, but are you really doing it out of respect, or are you doing it because it's a free meal? Because it's funny how when free food involved, just like Easter Sunday at church, everybody and their mama go. Everybody go. You know, people that ain't been to church all year long, they gonna go that day because they know it's some damn food downstairs or upstairs, wherever y'all put your food at, or the reception hall, wherever. But when there's food involved, people will come all out the woodworks. But I think that she should have had her people there with him. I mean, had her people there with her, and that way when she walked over there and confronted this guy, you know, in case anything would have popped off, you know, they would have been prepared, and also escorted him out there, because you're not going to do me like that and think you're going to come in my family, whether somebody died or not, and eat my food in front of my face like it's all good, you know. So I understand that part right there. He would have had to get the hell up out of there if there was my sister, my niece, or somebody like that, because it would have been smoke in the city. It would have went down. But this is what you're hearing about a lot more and more these days, of these sexual perversions that these people have. People that's waking up out these how can you say, these stupors, these dreams and stuff, because you know, you can, it's funny how you can be awake and yet still be asleep. That's just like we don't notice a lot of things that's hidden in plain sight. That's the point I'm trying to make to you all right there. But it's funny how a lot of people, it's funny and strange how it's a lot of people all across this nation, because you know, that's mostly what we hear about, from the Harvey Weinsteins to the other allegation with Terry Crews, the guy that played Damien on I think what, next Friday after next, something like that. You know, all these different people, you have men and women coming forward about how they was done in a certain way. And for some people, you know, a lot of those memories that they went through when they was children, or if they was molested or raped, you know, it's a memory that they suppress. So what happens, sometimes things can trigger you. Just like a person can say a certain word and it'll make you mad. You know, you'll flip back, or somebody can say something that make you reminisce. It take you back into a place and time. In the same way with these situations right here, where you have so many people coming out saying all this, because I'm sure she knew what the guy was. If she could have went to his job, she could have went to his house or anywhere, you know. So for her to get triggered at that moment and then confront him shows, you know, some people, you know, they just suppress the feeling, and all of a sudden it just hits them and they just let it go. But at the same time, a lot of people saying that she's lying and basically making a joke out of the situation. And I don't think it's a joke, because what if that was your daughter? What if that was your mom? You know, your auntie, or even your grandmother? Because people don't care no more. They raping, they having sex with animals and everything now, and they trying to make it all legal. And long as we sit back and don't say nothing about it, it will become legal. That's why we have to raise our voice and constantly say things, because we are the opposition, we are the resistance that is holding a lot of this stuff at bay. Not only people like myself, but people that do things like I do, and people that do greater things than I do, you know, because we all fighting for the common good. And they're just, you know, equal rights, you know, treat people right, you know, don't touch children, respect people, respect grown-ups, and grown-ups respect, you know, it goes all the way around the board. But it's so hard for human beings to do what they need to do. It's funny how every creature on the face of this earth does what it needs to do, except for humans. Think about that. The ants do what the ants supposed to do. The dogs do what the dogs supposed to do, but not men and women. No, we want to go AWOL. That's where that free will come in at. But I really want to know what you all think about this situation. And also, do you believe that this young woman was telling the truth? Because I believe she was telling the truth, but at the same time, a lot of people saying, well, why did she wait so long? Why did she, you know, like, keep it a secret? She didn't keep it a secret. I guess she was just waiting to the right time, because you can't tell nobody, you know, if they done went through something very traumatic like that. And look at the details that she gave. You know, she said that the guy took her panties off, washed her panties off. So what happened to her panties? Was it blood on her panties? I mean, was it semen on her panties? And then put a quarter in her pocket, like, you cheap bastard, you know. It wouldn't matter if you put $1 million in her pocket. The girl was 6 years old. You know, how did you even come across to do that? But like I said, if he was telling the truth, unless he was just petrified and terrified, he would have slapped the camera out of face to get away from me. You lying, you know what? You're a damn lie. He would have made a scene, because I'm telling you, if that would have been anybody else that was innocent, they would have got up and raised hell. Like, man, hold on, because you must understand, this internet is a powerful thing, and somebody put you on camera, they can accuse you of anything, and it'll go viral, and people will take that until they hear your side of the story. You know, it's 3 sides to the story, to every story: yours, theirs, and the truth. Remember that. So let me know what you all think about this situation right here. And also, do you think that she was justified for confronting him the way she did? Because I believe that she was in the right, and what she did was justifiable, because look what he done to her. You know, you cannot tell nobody when to open up, because I guarantee you, if that was you or your child, you wouldn't want to hear that about yourself. See, you have to put yourself in other people's shoes sometime, instead of trying to be so hard and negative. Hear them out, hear what they got to say, and then you weigh it on your little Libra scales, if you will. You know, you're right or wrong, or they telling the truth or they're lying. That's for you to decide. But one thing I do know is that if she was lying, when he called it out, when he would have said something, think about that right there. But anyway, if you like the video, make sure you hit that like button. If you like, subscribe. Definitely share this with your friends, your family, or whoever. You know, and if the guy is a pedophile, he does need to be exposed. But like she said, he's already a registered sex offender. So, and he done did this to many other children. So she did make a good point. But let me know what you all think. Till next time, y'all stay blessed and stay woke. I'm out.